We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, wow! Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Okay, you ready? Open wide!
Welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com, and most importantly, Side Scrollers Plus.com. Great to see you. Happy Monday, everybody. Joining me today, immediately to my right, the rightful winner, the rightful queen, rightful master of all that is wiggle, Kay from Melee Games. Hello, Kay.
Hello. I'm just going to put my little invisible crown right here. That's right.
Looking good today, Kay.
Thank you. I'm glowing. I'm so happy.
Looking like a champ.
That's right.
Congratulations.
Conquered them all.
Congratulations.
Thank
Also
you.
joining us immediately to Kay's right, dressed in all green and a Rumble hat, straight from the hood, Phoenix. Good to see
What
you,
up,
Phoenix.
dogs?
Oh,
How
there you
y'all
go.
doing?
How are you, Phoenix?
Doing good, brother.
Big show today.
Big show.
Lots to go on. We had a noticeable death in the world of side scrollers.
Yeah.
which is tough. We'll get to that a little bit later on. So yes, we are live, ready to go. And for some reason, we are not streaming to Side Scrollers Plus. For some reason, I don't know why, but we'll figure that out. You know what? Actually, I do know why. I do see the issue, and we will correct that right now. It's my fault. Fuck my life. There we are. All right, so there we are. All right, we are here, ready to go. We're live with you guys. Joining us on this wonderful Monday is nobody. It's just us today. That's right. I said, hey, Flash, we're in the Rumble studio. We're just going to hang out today with our wings out, except we're not going to have our wings out. Okay, I just want to let you know that.
I was about to whip it out. I don't know. I thought that was what we're
Speak
supposed
for
to do.
yourself.
Yeah.
Good. I see chat saying we forgot. We did not forget. I just hit the wrong thing on my end. My fault. Sorry about that. So look, big weekend. Big weekend that happened. We had Queen of the Wii. We did some streaming. Hey, little video games, huh?
We played video games. We had a good time together.
A little video game fun. We'll get to that here in just a little bit. But if you guys are new to our channel, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Join the 135,000 just normal men who have found us over on YouTube, and the nearly 30,000 who have found us over here on Rumble. Once again, the goal simply to outpace what we're doing over on YouTube and ultimately beat the YouTube subscriber count over here on Rumble, which would be a great thing. So if you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys hit the follow button and join us over here at rumble.com/sidescrollers. Hey, same thing for you guys over on Kick and over on Twitch. We'd love for you guys to hit the follow button if it's your first time tuning in. We got a lot of good things happening over here, baby, including the Real Game Awards. All 20 categories are available to have nominations for them right now over at therealgameawards.com. I encourage you guys to go check that out. If you guys are voting members, all 20 categories available for 2025. So get on over there and get nominating because we are voting at the beginning of January. So listen, we got a lot of award show talk happening today as the Streamer Awards happen. And Hasan was the butt of many jokes. So we'll get to that today. The Xbox has been absolutely humiliated, which is like you guys don't know this story.
I don't know it yet, and I'm very interested to hear all about it.
This is honestly probably one of the biggest humiliations in the gaming space I've ever seen.
Okay.
We're talking about one of the big three here.
That's true.
And when we get to this story,
Is it as bad as like the Don Matrick kind of? Well, we've got a 360. Is it as bad as that, or a step below?
it's probably. I think you know what I think it is. I think it's a better statement of where it is in the video game industry today. That's just where Xbox is. I think that's a better statement of it right there.
Okay.
But before we move on and before we get into today in gaming history and everything that we have going on over here, I do think it's important by Phoenix that we talk and we share and we kind of reminisce about everything that happened over the weekend, specifically with UK.
Well, I had a wonderful weekend. I got to compete in Queen of the Wii. What a fun competition. We played some Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort, and I dominated.
It got ugly.
The camera was off the whole time?
Or can they hear us? Yeah, I know. Can they hear us? Is this? Are we good? Okay, all right. Holy cow!
What the heck just happened?
Here we are, ready to go. Rip Bozo. The camera was on the entire time. Ooh. So look, I guess we're here. We're good.
We're here.
Excellent. Look, we asked for a 3-camera setup today. It was a big ask. Michael busted his ass to make it happen, but now we're good and ready to go.
Let us know how it sounds.
Yeah, let us know how it sounds. It's okay.
I'll let you know.
Hopefully we sound all right and we look good. So I'll tell you what. You know what the best thing to do here is? If the audio wasn't super great the entire time, start over.
Okay.
What do you think? You want to start over?
Let's do it.
From the stop? Or from the
You are
from the
sounding
start?
better now.
Good, good. Guess what? Hey, how about a little this? How about a little this? How about a little this?
We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig,
I did. Oh, wow! Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
and Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Okay, you ready? Open wide!
Welcome on to Side Scrollers, everybody. Let's go. Take 2. Let's do it. All right, here we go. Ready to go. Hopefully our sound is good. I sound great. Hopefully I sound as good as I look. So, Kay, you dominated this weekend, huh?
I dominated this weekend, man. I was like, I need to walk in there and I need to show everyone who gamers are. I want to make sure that the gamer wins today. And guess what? I did it. I won for the gamers.
Congratulations, Kay. You are a true champion.
Thank
You
you.
look the part. You're a stud. You carry yourself with class and dignity,
That's
which is
right.
great.
Yeah.
Very glad that you came out and you contributed and went hard. And big thank you to the wonderful ladies who did compete in Queen of the Wii this weekend. Obviously, Meg came out, which was great. The always spectacular Lady Desiree came out, which was great, and Blabs was there too. But you can't hear me either.
You're just quieter.
I still have mic issues. Okay, give me a new mic. That's okay. The most important thing here is that we celebrate you today, Kay.
Thank you.
I do think that if my mic is struggling, I
No,
probably.
I think there's a thumbs up. I
We're
think
good.
now
We're
it's
good
fixed.
now. Okay, great. All right, sounds good. All right. Well, look, the most important thing is that we do this show intro one more time, and we. So.
We're just normal men.
Just kidding. All right, just kidding. Just kidding. All right, we should be okay. But with that said, it was a big weekend. I think it's important that we actually talk about how we got here, specifically how you are here, and we are eulogizing the loss of Blabs, as Blabs is not on our show today. And we need to talk about how we got here, because after you thoroughly dominating at Queen of the Wii this weekend, I got to be honest, I did not see what happened coming. It was shocking to everybody. So let's just go take a second and take a look at the insane moment of some would say betrayal that happened. Let's take a look and experience it for yourself, as this is at the very tail end. You have won, and it was all lovey-dovey until it wasn't.
Man, you really punched me there in the end. You're both incredible, but most importantly, my partner in crime, Blabs. I Scrollers podcast so often together, and we rock it. And I just love so much what we get to do together. And can I give you a hug? Is that okay? Can I give you a hug? Thank you so much for everything you've done. Oh, this girl is amazing. I love her so much.
It's so sweet. It's so sweet and lovely.
You're amazing. You're amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God! What the fuck was that?
It's no longer sweet and lovely.
Somebody has to fucking take charge. This is for 11/11. This is for 11/21. This is for every fucking gaming history that she fucked up. Every fucking incredible game that she missed. That's it. I'm fucking done. I'm done with this shit. I cannot put up with this anymore.
Yeah, put her in our place.
Wow. That was quite an incredible moment, Kay. Do you have anything else to add to that?
Look, I said what I said. I am tired of the bad gaming takes. We need to see actual video games represented. So I had to put her in her place. That's it.
Well, Blabs felt put in her place for the time being as she was on the ground, and she found the time on her deathbed to tweet out betrayal, which was, you can very much see how Blabs feels about this. So,
And I'm happy she spelled right,
actually, great point. Thank you, Phoenix, for that. Yeah, it was great to see her actually win the spelling bee when it came to that.
One last time.
That's right. That's betrayal. Betrayal. Betrayal, right there. So, big weekend with Queen of the Wii, and a lot of people were very upset as to your actions, and we'll kind of see where all this goes moving ahead. So, but we're glad you're here as our reigning Queen of the Wii champion. Congratulations!
Thank you for having me. And like I said, I had to win it for the gamers. That's what it came down to. The gamers, they know out there. They know the true champion.
Well, excellent stuff. And we will try to move forward, moving ahead with you hanging out with us here. We'll see if Blabs would like to return to the show soon, possibly tomorrow. And we'll see how that goes. With all that said, we got a lot of good things coming up. We had Queen of the Wii this weekend, which was great. We also, coming up, in just 1 week from today, we will have our first ever edition of the Plus podcast, where all of our Plus partners are getting together for one big ass podcast in the late afternoon, early evening. We'll have more details on that coming up in the coming days, but more Plus content for y'all, for all of our members over at Side Scrollers Plus. Record numbers of members over at Side Scrollers Plus right now. So let's keep on going. You guys want to give yourself a nice little Christmas gift? Head over to Side Scrollers Plus, support some great independent content, and our champion K over here. Look at that. There it is right there. With that said, as our champion, I felt that it was important to give you the honor of lifting everybody up with Today in Gaming History.
Today in Gaming History with Blabs.
That's me.
Congratulations. We need to change the intro, huh?
Yeah, I should be the one in that intro.
All right. Well, let's see what you picked today as Today in Gaming History rolls on. Let's take a look.
Well, today, December 8th, some fantastic games came out. For those of you who are classic gamers like me, you know about Beyond Oasis, a great top-down game, 31 years old today. Of course, Yakuza needs recognition. One of the best, edgiest, most fun games that's out there. Amazing series. And then I threw in a little waifu 3D beat 'em up game, because who doesn't love those? So I think this is a great list, and this is what gamers actually want to play and appreciate and celebrate.
Well, I think it's important to, in the interest of fairness, to go in and take a look at some games that you missed today, Kay.
Okay, go ahead.
So let's go and
I
take
have a feeling she probably didn't miss anything. That,
Well,
that
let's-
seems like a rock star list. I mean,
some noticeable games that you missed today, Kay,
Mm-hmm.
include
yeah, I mean,
nothing. Your
Yeah,
list is
no.
perfect. I can't. I actually think this may be the best list I've ever seen in my life. So, congratulations, Kay.
Yeah.
You won. You won the best ever. You got an S+ list for today in gaming history. Congratulations.
That's what happens when you put a real gamer in charge.
Congratulations.
you do
Thank
feel
you.
the difference. It's pretty immediate.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's
incredible.
ridiculous. Chat, please let Kay know what you rate her today in gaming history today. I think it's important. Can we just all stop down? Just congratulations to Kay. Michael
Thank
over
you.
there. This is what a
Thank you,
great day.
everyone.
What a great day. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Just for giggles and just to have a little video game talk here to start the show. Let's take a look at some of the vastly inferior games that you did not choose to put on today's gaming history. Some of those games include today. Let's start at the top and work our way down here. Street Hoop. Like, why would you include that? Like,
No.
it's, whatever, right?
No.
Bug, a mascot platformer on the Saturn.
Okay,
Come on.
whatever. Who played it? Like 5 people in Japan?
Like, this game has cute in the title. Harvest Moon DS Cute. I mean, what? That's fine.
That's for women.
Yep.
Okay.
Good call.
Listen, we don't have any women here.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
No,
Let's
no.
go. Metal Gear Acid 2 for the PlayStation Portable over here.
That's not a main platform Metal Gear.
You did rightfully point out Yakuza 20 years ago.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yakuza #1 on there.
Great pick. Congratulations on that. Wonderful pick.
Legacy game.
Silent Hill Shattered Memories.
Not the best Silent Hill. It's not Silent Hill 2.
Mm-hmm. Earth Defense Force 4.1. I mean, they didn't even feel the need to put like a 5 after it, or even a 0.5. It was just like 4.1.
Yeah, it's 4.1. What is there? 4.2, 4.3? Bad naming convention.
Metopia, that would have been, Blabs would have picked Metopia.
100%.
Yep.
Hello Neighbor. I mean, that was a big indie title and all that stuff, but let's just be real. I think you were correct in it right there.
It's just the guy that, it's not interesting.
The crossover that nobody asked for, Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. It's a sequel, whatever.
I'll just play Puyo Puyo or Tetris.
That's right. So listen, overall, phenomenal list. I can't agree more with what you created, you and you alone, with your masterful gamer sense. So congratulations, Kay,
Thank you, Craig. Thank you.
on your wonderful gamer ability.
It's about time that gamers get recognized around here.
You did a great job.
Thank you.
Great job.
You can already feel the winds of change, right?
Yeah,
It's a-
absolutely. Yeah, for sure. This is good. Good. Well, let's start off the stream with some wonderful supers and some support over on Rumble and Kick and Twitch and, of course, YouTube. As Peter came in as a member for 24 months. That is 2 years of support, and we appreciate every single month.
Damn.
Vescarbino came in, says, Craig is super quiet. Hopefully it's corrected now. Please let us know in the chat. Cough came in, says, will yesterday's stream with Craig and Kay be available on Locals? Tried to watch it this morning and it wasn't there. Should be. I don't know why it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
But definitely you can find it over on Rumble as well, which is great.
We had a lot of fun last night, didn't we?
Yeah, we're going to get into playing a little Metroid Prime 4 as we are hardcore video game players here on Side
That's
Scrollers,
right,
which is
yeah.
great. Dev Notes came in, says, Blabs villain arc when? She's dead, so there's that. It's rough. Sorry, rest in peace. Kratos El Kratos came in, says, guess who has 2 thumbs and no work meeting today? I'm finally able to make a live show and Blabs is dead. Terrible timing on her part. And your camera died too. Some things never change. Thanks, Kratos. Appreciate you, my man. It's great to see you. Love to see you in the chat. Appreciate your support, dude. LHF says, or EHF says, rest in peace, Blabs. May she find peace under the great sky table. Maybe she is under. Is she under this table here? Is Blabs under?
Even in heaven, getting to
No,
work.
I don't see her down there.
Can you
No.
go to that 3 wide? There we go. Is she? Okay, just making
Sadly,
sure.
no.
That's rough. Here we go. Queen of the Wii is more entertaining than the WNBA. Thank you, Retromeister. Appreciate that. We did consider putting up some baskets to watch the women miss layups, but we decided there's already a market cornered for that with the WNBA. So, Sturgeon came in, says Blabs is going to rage out. Well, I guess when she returns. Why would she do that? She's dead. Torgo the White says, no Rogue Galaxy, fire K. Torgo, you're wrong. It was a perfect list. Chef Kiss.
I like Rogue Galaxy, but who doesn't love 3D beat-em-up waifu games? Who doesn't love Yakuza? Who doesn't love Beyond Oasis? Sometimes you just got to choose. You got to take charge.
All wonderful, wonderful selections today, Kay. Just
Thank you. Thank
S
you.
plus.
That might be one of the best lists that's ever hit this show.
I think it is the best list.
I'm going to take out the
you.
word think and just say it is.
Yeah, I think it's
Thank you,
well
guys.
established. Today, listen, we had a rough day on November 21st, but let's all just stop down and remember that December 8th was the day of redemption. This was the day we got Bin Laden.
We did.
Thank
we did
you.
it.
We got him.
What a fucking stupid statement that is. This is the day we
Ladies
got
and
Bin Laden.
gentlemen, we got him.
We did it. We have Uncle says gaming redeemed. Do redeem K.
We
There we
must
go.
redeem the gaming for gaming kind.
Mercenary says, yeah, I can't find anything wrong with this list. Hey, great
Thank
job,
you.
Mercenary. Appreciate your bravery right there. D-Day Direwolf says, K is greater than Blabs. Wow. It's not a contest, guys. Or is it? Maria says, she done well on Shiwi this weekend. Congrats to K and well done to Blabs for redeeming yourself on the third try. Who knows? Who would have known that Meg was the Chris Brown of Wii boxing?
Meg came out swinging. You know what? She was fierce competition at the end there. You can tell she boxes in real life or something.
It was all the rage that just came out at the very tail end. Like
Yeah.
it was the ass kicking that she received consistently, and then she just let it all out. It was like a big bleh, and she got done. She's like, the camera was on. It was crazy. It was insane. C-Man came in and says, collect all 7 Dragon Balls and revive Blabs. Well, we'll work on that. Matt Dub came in with says, massive WK.
Thank you.
That was the video gamer's knee you took to the deceased. Rest in L's, Blabs. Wow. That's rough. And Skarma Child says, rest in peace, Blabs. She wouldn't shut up about her. Well, what? Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry I just butchered that, but appreciate your support. That's great. And Raptor Kratos says, Melee K pulled a John Cena. Let's go. I have no reference to what you're talking about. It's crazy. And Zegler says, 12/8/25, a.k.a. Victory Day. Rest in peace, Blabs. Thank you, Zegler. All right. Here we go. We got a lot to get into today. It is true hardcore. You know what? We usually do have our intro to hard news. Where's our hardcore gaming? Where is it? I don't see it on the back end of our intro. And did you know what it is?
Mm-hmm.
I think Blabs removed our asset.
Wow.
The hardcore gaming asset.
She's that sore about,
On her deathbed, I think she did that. That was
did knee her in the vagina. I mean, that'll do it.
you removed her ability to have kids.
And yeah,
I did what I needed to do to represent the gamer.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so let's get into it, friends. It is time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Hard News.
Hard news.
Well, here on the #1 video game and entertainment podcast on planet Earth, where we talk about nothing but video games and all things video games constantly for 2 hours, constantly on the show.
As it should be.
Thank you, Kay. We wanted to talk about our nonstop video game playing, which happened last night when we played Metroid Prime 4 on a live stream that is available pretty much everywhere. We posted it on every outlet that we stream on, which was great. And we spent 3 hours playing Metroid Prime 4 as true hardcore video gamers do, Kay.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good. And I thought it'd be a good time to kind of talk about our first initial impressions of it. We talked about the game culturally and some of the criticisms of it. But hey, what better way to talk about a game than to actually play it? I think that's important to do, right? Because that's what we are. We're hardcore video game players here.
That's right.
On Side Scroller, which is
Everyone
great.
in this room right now.
That's right, including Michael over there.
Yep.
Michael was begging. He was like, please, can I play? No, plebe. No, you can't, all right?
We're playing right now.
Sorry, daddy's home, all right? It's time to play some Metroid Prime 4. Anyway, so we did play the game last night. It was great, and it was a fun experience. I'll tell you what, leading up to it, We stopped to get some snacks. I felt like I was 20 years old again, getting all my gamer snacks going on. You and I went through and we played for 3 hours. I would love to get your thoughts on it first and foremost.
Well, I thought that the presentation of the game was actually quite well done. I really liked how it jumped you right into the action and right away with it. I thought it was visually very appealing. The combat is pretty smooth. It's very intuitive to switch between the morph ball and to go back in the original form. So I thought like on all those levels, it was fairly well done. I think I would really enjoy playing through the entire game. And then you get like about an hour in and it all starts to hit you. And I'm sure you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. But Craig, I would love to hear your thoughts before we really get into the negatives.
Yeah, so I think the game was in the 3 hours of gameplay. And okay, this may be a cold, hard take in today's video game world, but I think that after playing a game for 3 hours, you should have a pretty good fucking idea of if that game is good or not. Right. Yeah. I hate I've never understood the idea that, well, you gotta wait, you gotta play for 10 hours before the game gets good. I've never had that happen to me before. I think you have a pretty good idea whether you like a game after playing it for 180 minutes. That's just me, right? Yeah. I think you should probably have a pretty good idea if you want to continue playing after 3 hours, which I think I would continue playing Metroid Prime 4. I think it's a good game. It's not great. It is a fun game. It's not spectacular. We got to the point to where Miles McKenzie is there. He's kind of the first dude that you encounter, and he's there's the backstory of Samus's backstory. It is what it is. You're going around and you're fighting these things. Then you find McKenzie, and he's crash landed his plane, and you got to shoot him off the vines. The big thing with that character is, I just don't know what he adds at this point. Everything that is done in the game could have been done and has been done by Samus at other points in Metroid games. It's not necessary to include him in the game at all. So at least in there may be some major swerve that happens where he becomes a major part of the game, but I have not experienced that yet. He just kind of seems like a thrown in character to add some witty dialogue. Whereas it just doesn't seem necessary. Like literally, he goes in and he hacks a computer. Guess what? Samus has hacked computers. She's a fucking bounty hunter. Yeah. She's a badass. That's the whole idea behind it. So it's a good game. It's not great. It's a 7.5 out of 10. It's a hardcore classic IGN 7.
And I actually think you're being generous too, because I was at about like a 6 for it personally. I think with Metroid, it's so important that the environment tells the story, and having a character in it that is just going, look at me, press the button. But this is pretty much dialogue that happened. It was like, oh, look at this console. We should press the button. And then you see him pressing the buttons. I'm going to press the button. Look at me, press the button. Oh, I guess the button's not working. Why don't you try pressing the button?
Yeah, right.
Oh, look, you made the button press work. I guess you're able to make buttons work. And I don't need all of that. I don't need it. It really takes away from being able to enjoy a game when they think that you're so stupid that you can't understand a simple environment. It took away from a lot for me.
It was fine, and we played your game, Phoenix. You just started, like you're in the very beginning part.
I played I was working on Queen of the Moves. I played like 7 minutes of it.
Yeah. Like to be clear, I think visually it's really pretty.
Yes.
It's a really pretty game.
It's stunning, and the combat feels great. I love the combat in it. It's really a game I just want to throw on mute, to be honest.
We were kind of giggling about this last night. The idea of Metroid Prime music. When I think of Super Metroid, I think it's like doon, 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 and you got these hard beats the entire time, right? Yeah. And Prime is just like the entire time, and it's just like this, and it's very, I don't know, it's. I want those hard beats. That's more intense to me, and Metroid is an intense game to me, or at least it should be, but. It's just, it was fine. It was fine. I guess that's the best way to say it. And for me, fine is not good enough when it comes to Metroid.
Yeah.
Fine. Metroid should be chef's kiss spectacular.
Up until the point that you got up to Miles, does that where you see the grade change? Like, were you enjoying that first hour, then he comes in and then it starts to go down, or was it a consistent meh?
Okay, to be clear, the Miles stuff, the thing that bothers me most about that is that it's not like the gameplay gets worse. But for me playing, and you'll see this if you go back and you watch the stream, there was like a noticeable drop in my energy after it. Like I was like, okay, let's go. And then he shows up and he's like, well, you know, what do you think about doing this? And I'm like, oh, well, why don't you shoot the vines? And why don't you do that? It's like, no fucking shit, you dummy. You know, like, of course. So naturally, it was just kind of a buzzkill to the game. So would I have enjoyed the game more? I don't know, but I just think it was so fucking unnecessary for him to even be in the game at all. It didn't add anything.
Right.
No, I mean, I was sitting on the couch with you, so I was able to see your energy with it, and we were having a great time with the game. We were both like, oh, this game is actually like really good, and we were completely into it. And then we, eventually we got to the point where Miles was there, and we didn't even like shift right away either. It's kind of like, oh, okay, that guy's here. Like, let's see what happens. And then he started yammering, and it was like, oh, and it felt like the energy was sapped out of us because we're having such a great time with this game, exploring, fighting, and then it just felt like, oh, okay, this is the problem now. And we still enjoyed other parts of the game after that, but it really felt like a complete shift for me. I just didn't feel as great about it after that.
I think it's actually important. I actually do want to show what actually happened.
Yeah.
Let me actually show this. This was during our stream last night, and hopefully it comes through and it looks good. If you guys haven't, it's at the 115 mark, about 116 mark of our stream last night.
I don't think the sound is on.
No, you don't need to have sound. Okay. He just finished his talk. You can kind of see my reaction to it in the bottom right corner. As I'm just trying to process.
Are you gonna save him, or are you just gonna let him? Okay. We have to deal with him eventually, Craig. We have to. We have to. I know. That's it? You're done from that? I don't even blame him. I don't even blame him. Oh my God. Craig has left the stream, folks. And I don't even blame him. That was fucking cringe, man. Yeah.
So that's how I felt.
Yeah. I think that's how we all felt in that moment.
Yeah. So
fuck Miles.
It's just one of those things where like it just felt so unnecessary that you just gotta burst out a guttural scream. And it was okay. It's okay. So all right, so there's a little Super Metroid talk. Hey, Metroid Prime 4 talk. Now, listen, there's been a lot of talk about this game, obviously. The Miles McKenzie stuff, the desert stuff. It's been a lot of conversation. And you know what? It's actually become a cultural talking point here amongst Nintendo fans. And the Nintendo fans, they will defend anything when it comes to this stuff. They love their Nintendo. And look, to be clear, I've been a Nintendo fan my entire life. I get
me
it.
too.
I am a big part of the problem, right? But they ramped it up a little bit. We saw with Hogwarts Legacy, we saw the boycott of the game where people were buying the game based off of the reaction to it. Yeah. Well, they have done it again, everybody. They have done it again with Metroid Prime 4 as, hey, rumors people are upset about Metroid Prime 4. Cool. Because of that, I ran out and picked up a few extra copies. This person went out and picked up 4 copies of Metroid Prime 4 just to own the chuds here, y'all.
Oh, you're really showing them, aren't you?
Congratulations. It's like, this guy goes, cool, you wasted $270 for Rage Bait. Well, I still have my money in my bank. I'm $270 richer than you now over here. And this guy's like, yo, dog. Like, this guy, this is the epitome of Nintendo fan, or just console fanboy. As if you scroll down here, this guy, like, he does get this pushback. It's not the W you think it is. Oh, sure it is. I was able to give away games, and people are enjoying them. That is absolutely the W. I know it is.
It's the smugness of it that's just really cringe.
Oh, my God. Be sure to pick up that amiibo that unlocks the music for those barren open world segments they intentionally made boring. It's funny. I won't touch this game till 2027. Like, that's how hardcore this guy is. What a hardcore video gamer, which is why you're welcome on our show, the most hardcore video game talk show on the internet, the #1 video game and entertainment show on the internet. Let's
That's
go.
right.
Thank
That's
you.
right.
Thank you, Kay. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's great. One other side note when it comes to Metroid Prime 4, there seems to be a push by the Rainbow community to make Samus Aran's
Yay, I'm sure.
trans.
Oh, okay. We've upgraded.
That's right. This is courtesy of The Gamer.
They're not the gamer.
They are
We are
the bustling.
gamer.
Thank you, Kay. The bustling journalistic haven that is video game journalism. The Gamer, with this article here, says Baldur's Gate 3 actress wants Nintendo to canonize popular fan theory that Samus is, quote, a badass trans bounty hunter. Now, on the surface, you may be saying to yourself, Phoenix, you said, hey, I haven't heard about this popular theory. Maybe I'm just in the wrong corner of the internet.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Thank you,
actually.
Phoenix. I appreciate that. So I did a little digging here, and I wanted to see just how popular this theory was here. And it's all right here. Thank you to Sam Woods over on The Gamer for writing this. By the way, Sam, he, him. Just want to point that out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we really need to know your pronouns.
Yeah, thank you, Sam, for
I
your.
can take it much more serious now.
I appreciate that. The clarity is there, and I feel much better knowing that Sam is in fact a he, him. So,
Yes.
thank you, they. All right, so it says for years now, a popular fan theory has circulated on the internet, speculating that Metroid Samus Aran is trans. Okay, these theories cite her size and build as the key elements as to why she could be a trans woman.
What?
And fuel only added to the fire in 2015 when Metroid background designer claimed it in a derogatory way that Samus was trans. Okay, so this was the background designer. Okay, so I thought to myself, there's a link here, right here, to this popular theory. So I decided, hey, let's go check this out. So let's go to the other bustling haven of video game news and journalism, GameCola.net from 2015. And you can see here
Where I get all my gaming news.
Oh,
I agree.
my God.
It says, and to be clear, I want to go back to the title here. This is talking about how Nintendo fans want to canonize the popular fan theory. And the title here says to disregard canon. Right here. Acquire representation. Now, this article is from 2015. Now, this is a popular theory, Phoenix.
Very popular.
So, in any sort of popular theory like this, you would have to think that this has been trending on X,
Oh, yeah.
Twitter at the time,
100%.
Facebook feeds. You got moms talking about this. You got parents talking about this. Hey, listen, when we see trending news, we know trending news.
Yeah.
So, and we all know that GameCola.net is probably one of the biggest spark plugs for trending news on the internet.
Oh, of
It
course.
is the biggest, correct.
The biggest.
So this is from Robin Trifing over at GameCola.net.
Oh, yeah.
Who, look, we all know that Robin is the leader of breaking
100%.
news, right? That this is important. So as we do a little digging, I wanted to really point out the sheer amount of comments that were coming from this here, and I think it's important to point. Let's do this. Let's do this over here and make us nice and put us in the corner over here. As I scroll down and I look at the ongoing conversation from GameCola.net, you can see as you scroll down, it gives all the logic here, and the total number of comments on this a grand total of 19. 19 total comments on this here.
Truly the definition of actual gaming news there.
I mean, this is a quote-unquote popular fan theory here.
Very popular. So popular that 19 people commented on it.
19 total comments. Tell me this is about pushing an agenda. Like while pushing an agenda here. Like
I like that there's just a loophole to get Samus as a man again. I really like this to reclaim Samus as a man. It's a nice loophole. They're just all misogynists.
They just don't get it. That's the thing, is they are everything that they say we are, because they are taking someone who, like, Samus is the pinnacle of a female icon in video games, and they take her and they say, no, that's actually a trans character, which means you're saying that's a man. You're taking away one of the empowered females, and then you complain that there's not enough women in your video games. Well, you have one, and as soon as you do, you get rid of her. You erase her identity by trying to make all these stupid political theories that she's not. It's insane to me.
I do think it's also worth to point out that of those 19 comments, they came from 4 people.
Right. Okay. So then,
that's a big survey pool, actually. That's pretty big.
So it's good for them for having this hardcore conversation about this, as it's just mainly just the author talking to people commenting. So hardcore and so popular that hey. Let's do it. See how good that works out for you, Nintendo. Please, for the love of God, make Samus trans. Just throw it out there and see what happens. You think that a Japanese company would be on board with that?
No, I think they would be very stupid to do it. That is their female icon. I mean, they in Paper Mario, they have a character that it's not trans, but kind of plays with the female male, what is it kind of thing. But to go full turn, I don't think they'll do that.
If a trans woman is supposedly a woman, then what is even the argument? It's a woman, correct? What are you trying to change?
Right. Why do you need to put trans in front of it?
Right. I mean, I thought they're supposed to be equal, so why would you then segregate again?
Yeah.
Right. It's supposed to be the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
That the entire logic system breaks down.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused in the logic.
Yeah, it's okay. All right. Well, look, there you go. Rest in peace there, Samus. And Metroid Prime 4, it's a mid out of 10. There you go. You want your hardcore video game scores? We'll deliver them to you. All right, some super chats real quick. Thank you guys very much in support. Give it up for Hit Gary Daly, who came in as a brand new member. Noted. Woo! I will definitely assault him on a day-to-day basis. We also have Mercenary came into the 10, says, you take that back, Craig. The music for both versions are great on Metroid. When it comes to Prime, the music is ethereal. When it comes to Metroid, it's primal. I know, I like the primal music more. Oh, that's the Prime music. Dun, 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 dun. That's the regular straight series. Modest Rat says, hey, bada bing, I never thought I'd see the day Blabs gets outsourced by an engine.
We are bringing in the diversity. Indian hires. They shipped me straight from India, but guess what? I actually know games.
That's good. Congratulations. Looks like Kay redeemed it. Thanks. Thank you. Come again.
Thank you. Come again. Hey, that was pretty good.
Appreciate
you got a good Indian accent there.
Yeah, I'd like to. I actually was in the runnings to play Apu.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just then.
They made a mistake not putting you on that.
I agree.
Yeah.
Thank you. Normal Man says, I bought multiple copies of Metroid Prime 4. Sure, I can afford rent now. Sure, I can't afford rent now, and I have to declare bankruptcy, but it was worth it to stick it to the chuds. That's right. Love the mentality right there. It's great. Also, Norm came in. Good to see you. Norm says, way to go for the wokest for stripping Metroid of the honor of being one of the first games with a female protagonist. So progressive. I know. It's amazing. That's the most fascinating thing about it, is when it came to, I was there. I was there. I played the original Metroid. And let me give you the exact response to Samus being a woman when I found out. Cool. It's pretty, it wasn't it's been so overblown. It's been so hijacked. And I know that those who were there, it was the exact same thing. It's okay, cool, that's right.
Well, remember, we also just came off of Aliens. We came off of seeing Sigourney Weaver as Ripley battling aliens, and so it was a real big. It was a nothing to do. We love that character.
Yeah, it was
beautiful.
such a non-issue.
Yeah.
It was it's revolution. Nobody thought that ever.
No,
it was just okay, cool, whatever. That's fine, great. C-Man came back, says, can't have trans and badass in the same sentence. Well, tell that to the gamer.
Yeah.
Thank you. On Call came in and says, if the gamer were really the gamers, surely they'd say the gamer word.
They would never. Only real gamers do it.
Which we can't say on YouTube. Romer says, sure, make her Twanny. The normal fans will just make Sydney Sweeney Samus or as canon in the upcoming movie. Oh, man, that'd be awesome.
Just that deadpan stare as Sydney Sweeney does.
Like, she is pretty much perfect when it comes to Samus.
She looks great.
She'd be a great Samus.
Yeah?
Yes. Norm came back, says, way to erase women from video games, wokest. Yeah, it's tough to see. As a woman, I'm sure you don't appreciate that, Kay.
It's just stupid. I just hate all the women that like bitch and complain all the time that there's not enough women in video games, and then they finally get one. They're like, oh, actually, it's a troon. It's like, oh, okay. I thought you wanted more representation. You got it, and then you're not satisfied with it. Like, to me, Samus is like, besides Ivy Valentine and Laura Croft, those are like the three for me. I know people like the character from Beyond Good and Evil as well, but like, those are the three.
I got a story for Laura Croft for you guys in just a little bit. It's going to be good. Enrique Vasquez says, this just shows you how much they know. Samus has Chozo blood in her. The Chozo are taller than humans. Correct. Look at you, Enrique. Throwing out them facts. But hey, facts don't care about those feelings.
That's right.
That's right. Thank you, Mercenary, who came in with the 5, says, turning Samus into a man makes them right wiener now. They're on the right side of Trump. Thank you, Mercenary. He also says, tell my previous statement that somebody on the side of things as they watch the blue screen. I don't even know what you're talking about, Mercenary. Am I missing something here?
No one has any idea what that was, but we appreciate it.
Thanks, Mercenary. We have On Call came back, says, Craigathy was there jorking his pingus to Samus? I was not jorking anything to Samus.
Speak for yourself. I was torqued out of my mind watching that. Remember, because you could get her out in the bikini. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy, howdy do I remember it.
Boy, howdy.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
great. By the way, just for the record, I think it's important to let you know that Phoenix actually does text howdy or boy howdy. Like, that's how he actually texts. That's not just a fun little vernacular. I experienced that yesterday and I was like, oh, okay.
That's real. Okay.
So thank you for that.
It is unfortunately very real.
Boy howdy. There we go. All right, let's go to some drastic sad news, as we have another video game developer studio that is shutting down. Absolutely tragic.
Oh, no.
Let's go to Goon Swarm Games.
Oh, my favorite.
They're big on X over here. As Kay, maybe you can fill us in a little bit of what's happening here. As I just want to read this sentence here, read this statement here. It says, our project and everything we built over the past 6 years was canceled in just a few days. Our studio was mistakenly accused of using AI-generated art in our games, and every attempt to clarify our work only escalated the situation. In the last few hours, we've received a number of threats, insults, and mockery, which pushed us towards a very difficult decision. We're truly sorry for the artists who put their soul into this and supported our studio, only to face false AI accusations. It's tough to pour so much energy into a game and end up caught in the middle of an AI war by accident. We've decided to shut down the studio and in all future activities. Thank you for being with us.
Wow. Stay
strong, play games. Kay, what the hell are they talking about?
Okay, this has been a very interesting saga. I think a lot of you are familiar with the game Postal, I would hope. We're all real gamers here, so we understand what Postal is, Running with Scissors. Well, Running with Scissors decided to outsource a game that they wanted to create to Goon Swarm. And, well, let's just say that people saw the trailer and they thought that there might be some AI involved in the situation. And it caused a bit of a back and forth between the community of Running with Scissors, because Running with Scissors itself is actually very against AI publicly. So that's where Goon Swarm comes into this conversation, is really just they were the company that was outsourced to originally.
Well, here let's go play this. Just we can kind of keep a look at no audio here.
Yeah.
But just kind of see if there's anything that could be thought of as AI here from a Okay. Few graphical perspectives. I will tell you this right now. Just based off of the look of this, it definitely looks like some sort of AI creation, at least in that cutscene here.
So I think the concept of this game is actually really cool. It's essentially a Vampire Survivors game.
Okay.
But you're playing Postal. So all the enemies are coming towards you and you're shooting and you're upgrading your weapons.
Yep.
I think this is actually a really awesome game concept. And I'm really sad that Goon Swarm was like, no, we're just done. It's not happening. But I do like feel like I see some touch of AI to it. Everyone has their different stance on it. But it's really the idea of how aggressively against AI Running with Scissors is.
Right. So we have this, which is interesting because they announced this game and then literally the next day they canceled it.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's one of the quickest cancellations I've ever seen in my life.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
I'm confused though. So they were accused of using AI, and so they just decided to shut down their studio.
Right. Right.
That was their response.
Yes.
Sounds like the most guilty I've. That sounds extraordinarily guilty.
That was exactly what happened. Like Running with Scissors shows this trailer, right? And the community around Running with Scissors says, hey, I thought you guys were against AI. Now, the reason why people thought that Running with Scissors are like extremely against AI is because a few days prior, Tim Sweeney, the person who runs Epic Games, was talking about AI disclosures. So pretty much saying like whether or not you should disclose that AI is in a video game. And Running with Scissors is very adamant that companies should disclose if there is AI in their games, which I don't disagree with them on that. I do think it might be a good thing to have some kind of tag to say that AI is included. Well, it's very clear that Running with Scissors is aggressively against AI. And then they come out with this trailer days later and everyone looks at it and goes, that looks like AI to me. So that's where the big pushback from the Running with Scissors community came from. And it got so explosive, including the community manager once again exploding on people, just like he did a year ago with me. He started getting very angry at the community, pointing it out, and so that's what happened, and there was too much pressure, and Running with Scissors said, okay, project's done, we're not going to do it. And because the project was done, Goon Swarm then said, okay, studio's also done.
Wow.
It was just like, what? All in the span of like maybe a max of 48 hours.
So
like,
everyone
it was
just
like
needed
a
to
day.
calm the fuck down. That was
Yeah.
what needed to be done. Everyone.
Instead of just shutting
Yeah.
the entire studio down, right?
It was Running with Scissors being aggressively against AI towards another video game company, then outsourcing this to a company that ended up using AI.
Allegedly, right? We don't know for sure.
According to everyone's
Okay.
eyes, sure, yeah. And then the community from Running with Scissors pointing that out and saying that I don't like that, or I thought you guys were against AI, only for Running with Scissors to initially double down and say, we wouldn't use AI. You're a retard if you think we would ever use AI, from the community manager. And then them just saying, you know what, never mind. We're not doing this project anymore. And then Goon Swarm saying, okay, never mind. We're not a company anymore.
Wow.
In a day.
That's
For anyone who doesn't know, I do have a history with Running with Scissors. And last year, there was a controversy where there's an account that says every character is transphobic, and it's a joke account. It's similar to like that everyone is black or Chinese. Like, this is what you look like if you're black or Chinese. If you've seen those before, and they just like pretty much Photoshop you to look black and Chinese. So there's another account that does that, but it just says like the main character in Lion King is transphobic. And so they hit Postal Dude and they said Postal Dude is transphobic. And the community manager Running with Scissors was like, no, he's not transphobic, to which we all said, he hates everyone. He would harm a child. He would harm anyone. So yes, he would be by definition also transphobic. And it caused the community manager to spiral out at me for covering that story. And so I'm not at all remotely surprised that he then spiraled out, like fast forwarding to today, on people pointing out this issue too.
Well, they were absolutely ratioed in this post,
Yeah.
right? And was pointed out by several developers like Ian Fish came in with a very, very base, just simple. You shut down after 6 years of work because of mistaken accusation? What the fuck? Either that's a lie or you're too fragile for this world. Imagine what would happen if your game received a negative review. Right?
I know.
So, okay, I don't know if you saw this. There's actually an update to this.
Oh, is there more
Yes.
updates? Okay.
As they posted an update following their update that they're shutting down the studio with this giant ass paragraph, probably created via AI.
I've not seen this. Oh my god. This story is so funny to me.
Well, let me go ahead and read this for you really quick, and I'll read this as best sultry and emotional as I possibly can. Dear gamers, we want to start with a sincere apology to everyone affected by this situation, the community, the partners, and especially the artists who support us. The last few days have been overwhelming. As a small studio suddenly pushed into the spotlight, we reacted emotionally and defensively. The accusation came as a shock, and we needed time to breathe.
Oh my god.
Look at everything calmly and understand what truly happened. After taking some time and conducting an internal review, we agree with your criticism. The promo art does appear to include or be influenced by AI-generated material. We collaborated with external artists for years and never saw any signs of this. We layered PSDs always. The layered PSDs always look legitimate within our internal pipeline, which is why our internal reaction was to protect our team and defend our innocence. We understand now that your concerns were valid. We take the time. And we take responsibility for not catching this earlier. So that's like them saying, yeah, guess what? It was AI. Which we also want to stress that this issue relates only to the promo art and does not concern the real artists who worked on gameplay visuals, assets, and other content. Many of them have nothing to do with this situation, which is why we chose to shut down the studio. And yet, they have been receiving threats, harassment, and hatred. This is deeply unfair, and we hope this message helps protect them. Their work is real and deserves respect. We previously announced the closure of the studio, and even in this state, we feel responsible for the outcome. As far as our remaining resources allow, we will replace all disputed promo art across our projects with pieces created entirely by human artists. It will take time, but we will do it. What? We again apologize to everyone who was harmed or affected by this situation. We never intended to mislead anybody, and our earlier statements reflected what we honestly believed in that moment.
All right, so I have a question.
Yes, Phoenix.
So it appears that they may have confirmed that it was AI, and then in that confirmation that they did use AI, they're back up and running, that they're not closing?
They are. That's the thing I don't quite understand about this.
So they closed because you accused them of AI. Turns out it may have been AI, so we're coming back, baby. Like, I don't understand the logic.
It sounds like they're just trying to, like, I guess, patch up the situation and fix it. It's a bunch of, like, babies.
This is exactly what dating a woman feels like. It's just up and down. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Just come back to me when you've got your emotions settled. I don't know what's happening.
That's what I'm saying. That's what's so funny to me about this, because, like, it's both companies. Like, this company is just, like, insane. They just completely shut down after a day is just insane to me. And then to come back with this, Running with Scissors also acts like this, and it always baffles me because to me, when I was growing up, that was like the edgiest game you could get is Postal. And the fact that they get so emotional and offended over things and then just like at a whim or like, no, we're not doing this project anymore. Like, did you guys talk? Did the two communicate? Did the publisher and the developer say, hey, did you actually use AI? Maybe we should fix this, whatever. And then just put out like, you know, they apologized, but they didn't apologize. Like, just put like a statement to say, okay, we're going to fix this. We're going to make this good. There's no men involved in this is really my problem. It's all women.
There may be men, but they, you know.
It's with air quotes. Yeah, I don't.
Right.
I'm confused.
They all have the soy jack face going, ooh. Right.
It's so silly.
Well, they've been once again ratioed on that post as well.
We're closing again, baby.
You can see people pointing out and says, I still think the in-game assets may be AI generated as well. What does the sign the woman is holding even mean? No bananas?
Hey, I like her if that's the case. No bananas?
No bananas?
That might be my favorite video game character ever now.
This person says, is this studio run by 12-year-olds? Jesus fucking Christ.
Exactly.
Yesterday, our studio was mistakenly accused of using AI-generated art. Did you get a pair of glasses overnight over here? Right. What? Why? If you're shutting down the studio, why even bother replacing the AI images with human art? And if you're replacing the AI images with human art, why shut the studio down?
Exactly.
Yes.
They just tell everyone, listen, guys, we behind the scenes we've replaced them. Anyway, still closed. Thank you.
This motherfucker has a Blue Sky account, and that has like this guy with a Blue Sky account has more common sense than this fucking studio over here. That should tell you everything you need to know. Holy shit. I've never seen anything like this before.
I can't think of a single case in video games, at least this public. Maybe there's something behind the scenes we don't know about. I've never seen an implosion like this, and I'm just here to laugh at it. That's where I'm at, folks. The game looked like a cool idea. I would have loved if they actually like released the game, and it's just like, why? Why didn't you all just think this through? You're too reactive. Act like men.
The emotions, dude. It's all about the emotions.
Yeah.
You see people, gotta make a reactor, and they vomit. They go, closing the studio. Talk about, like, that is the epitome of running away from your problems.
Yes.
Oh, I got some criticisms. Fuck, I've been in my bubble my entire life. I can't understand it when there's actual criticism and we're actually wrong. We're gonna run away and fucking hide.
We were talking about this, we've talked about this in the past, that when pressure comes down on you, at least for us, I think we get hyper-focused of like, okay, well, now we know exactly what we need to fix, and you become like, listen, we got to right this ship. It's not like, well, we're done, fuck it, throw everything away immediately. It's like, no, you still have something to run here.
Yep. Well, there you go. What a bunch of fucking idiots.
Yeah.
There you go.
Great way to cap it.
Yep. What a bunch of fucking idiots. Hey, Mercenary says, read the statement again and read it slowly. I'm sorry, Mercenary. I fucked it up. He says, Craig, what is confusing about what I said? I said, tell them, the people at the gamer, that they're right of center by erasing Samus as a female and watch as their brains lock up. Oh, I see what you're saying.
I guess a blue screen in their head, like the blue screen. Okay, gotcha.
Thank you. Mercenary, you are 3 steps ahead of me, my dude. Appreciate that. We have this from Ian. It says, I'm going to have fun flipping off the anti-AI lunatics when I'm at the publishing at game stage. Historic morons, the lot of them. We've talked about AI and use of AI. Look, AI for us, as a company, we think AI is a tool. We were talking about this last night. Here's the reality. Every single fucking company is going to embrace AI, whether you like it or not. And we were talking about this just not on camera or anything. It is very noble of you to want to fight the AI fight. I think it is wonderful. I think you should definitely fight it. But understand that you're standing on a beach with a fucking tidal wave coming at you, a tsunami that is about to fucking drown you and kill you. If you don't embrace it, you will drown and die. Every single company in the world is about to embrace AI. It is done. It is over. It's not a matter of discussion. It is happening. Does it suck? Yes. But it's happening. And you can either choose to embrace it or drown. Phoenix, you're shaking your head.
Yeah, no, I agree. At the very least, no, I think you should embrace AI at the very least to understand it. Because if you do want to fight it, then you should at least use it, know it, how it works, and then pivot what you're doing to try to create something that's different that perhaps AI can't do, or you want to show off your particular what your unique angle of something is, whatever art form that is. So you should embrace it no matter what. So at the very least, you understand the enemy, what you would define as the enemy is.
Right, and to be clear, I think there's going to be huge detrimental issues when it comes to AI. People are going to lose the ability to work. We were talking about this last night. The idea, Musk is over here saying, well, in 20 years, people won't have to work. Well, that means there's going to be an entire generation of people that don't know how to sweep or go out and use a shovel or do any sort of like when you hand over these abilities or 3D model or whatever it may be, you lose that skill. It's not passed on. It's just part of AI. And I guess you could technically ask AI to teach you how to do something, but it will ultimately have a negative effect on society, but it does make things easier. It's a short-term game that will ultimately harm things long-term. That's my thoughts on AI. So, and to be clear, we will be leveraging AI with shows coming up. Like I will make no bones about that. We will embrace our tech overlords and ultimately be the first to receive the bullet from the brain from the T-1000. So, Uncle says, this is all viral marketing for Postal 5 AI parody. You think so?
I hope so. I really do. The only reason I don't believe that, and Uncle knows, shout out to him, but like they really got angry at me last year, like to the point of spiraling, posting photos of me saying they wanted me to go to Portugal to talk to them face to face. Like I want to believe it's all a play, but it all sparked from me calling the community manager gay because it says he's gay on the website. He watched the podcast that we did, and I didn't write in text anywhere that he was gay. So he had to have watched the entire show, the Melee Madness podcast, to see that. And he then like spiraled. Like there's just a part of me that's like, I wish, because I grew up on Postal, that they're just, it's a work. It's them, man.
Wait. So he's gay, like in real life?
If you go to the Running with Scissors website, they have profiles, right? And so like the whole thing is that they have a developer there that is trans, which whatever. And so I thought maybe they're defending this whole transphobia thing because they have a trans developer. So we're just kind of looking through, trying to see what happened at Running with Scissors. Why are they offended by this? And then we go through and we see the community manager, and it came across as a joke to me where it said like, oh, I love cock, right? Kind of thing.
Congratulations.
Right?
Yeah.
And
Clip
I was
it.
like, and all I said as I'm processing this live is, oh, he's gay. Or I thought maybe he's like, you know, like old school gays where they're just like, I love it and whatever, and they embrace it. Or it's a joke because it's Running with Scissors and they make jokes all the time.
I want to let you know the only thing I heard you say there was processing as a Canadian.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? What?
Yeah, you say
What?
processing instead of processing.
Processing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
What
just,
are you talking about?
You were
It's
making a great
processing.
point until you spoke Canadian.
What are you?
It really.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All I heard after that was processing. Sorry, I got entirely distracted from there.
That's okay.
But
I didn't
great
know
points,
that
Kay.
was such a big word. That was different.
That's all
so
I heard.
funny. Anyways,
I know I'm not alone.
I called him gay and he like spiraled over it to the point of like dragging in the Running with Scissors Discord and saying, I want her to show up to Portugal and talk to me in my face. So I just don't have a belief that they're actually, they're not based anymore. I'm
That
sorry,
must
guys.
be the shittiest place to work. That every day he's like, oh boy, how's the boss coming in today? Like that there's just these wild swings every minute. That's crazy.
Okay, if you can just speak American, that'd be great. Appreciate that.
How do I say it?
Processing.
Processing? What am I saying?
Processing.
Processing.
Yeah, you do it with a
Processing.
few words.
Yeah.
Processing.
We'll call you out on each one of them.
They'll just teach me how to be
This is an American
slowly.
podcast over here.
Yeah,
We're in
that's
America.
true, yeah.
All right. Welcome to America. You
Look,
gonna speak American?
I said I was a gamer. I didn't say I was American.
Well, you're gonna be American today.
Hope so.
Sounds good. Let's get you some guns. Dan says, wow, that is the most quickest for a while. Not only the game canceled, but the company shut down as well. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate that. Ian says, I'm fighting the AI fight on the side of the AI. Thank you, Ian.
Craig, if I can show some Rumble stuff here.
Yes, please. Yeah. By the way, they're not showing up on my side.
Yeah. So Mercenary came in for $1 here. Oh no, did we fire Blob so hard that we actually made her die? Now, who are we going to fire when we have a terrible today in gaming?
I think the answer is that we will not have a bad day in gaming history.
I think from here on out, every day's perfect.
Maybe.
It's like that every day is awesome, right? It's going to be good.
Base gamer for $1. Blabs and Phoenix are SS shipped couple. There we go. Jewish AF for $5. Blabs does kind of stream a bunch of dumpster cabbagey girl games. Reflects in the gaming history, but I'm sure she has other strengths somewhere. You want me to repeat my Prime 4 review? Your Prime 4 review was great yesterday, man. Thanks for hanging out with us. We had a great time playing games with you guys.
Thanks, Jewish as fuck.
I'm bad at pronouncing this name. It's my Canadian. How do I say
Turpmine.
it? Turpine? What? Turpine? Mind?
Twerpamine.
Turpamind.
Twerped.
I can't speak. Turpamind.
I can't read. It's okay. We're good.
$2. Queen of Wii had a higher profit margin than the WNBA.
Well, we're still working on the profits here at Side Scrollers. So become a member over at Side Scrollers Plus and help us get there.
Bentley Guy for $10. Hey there, side scrollers. I wasn't able to make Queen of the Wii, but I did hear that the show had record amounts of dishes washed and sandwiches made. Sounds like a good time. Montez.
Yes, we did have we did hand out a wonderful frying pan to the winner, Kay over here. So this
That's
is
right.
wonderful.
Just put my crown back on once again.
After Blabs died, she did make a sandwich, which was great. So
It was delicious. I loved it.
I do wish I wrapped a Wiimote to the handle with duct tape. That would have just made it a little.
I got a couple more if
Please,
that's
yeah,
okay.
go ahead.
Perfect. Jewish as AF or
Fuck.
as fuck. $5. Thank you. Guys, the Viola suit is the best in the franchise. I learned the hard way how easy Miles dies because I ditched him on the bridge to backtrack check for loot. I wish shooting him did anything.
that's so funny. So there's a point where there's a gunfight, and Miles is like, I got it. And he actually has a health bar on screen, and I guess he can die. And that's funny. Just I didn't really think that you could just ditch him and be like, see ya, you idiot.
That's so good. Reese Kane for $2. Are we at the point in our history now to where Metroid doesn't really belong to Metroid anymore?
No, because the game that came out before Metroid, obviously Dread it's raved about, and that's the one thing that I continuously hear. Craig, you gotta play Dread. Well, maybe we'll turn that into something sometime. So.
Mercenary for $1. This trans popular fan theory is as popular as going to a restaurant and having the chef take a dump on the plate, telling you, "There's your dinner."
It's a new niche restaurant in Miami. I hear it's really popular over there. It's really trendy.
Cryptic 970 for $10. May Blabs rest in cacao e pepe in the afterlife. She will be missed as much as good carbonara.
Thank you, Cryptic. Appreciate it.
And finally, for now, Hexo2, $10. K replacing Blabs is the only diversity hire / Indian outsourcing I am okay with.
Well, we are working on getting your H1C, what is it called? H1B visa or whatever it is?
I think it's H1B.
Okay.
Sir, please get it for me very
We'll work
soon.
that.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are cheaper than Blabs, and you work at a higher rate, a higher efficiency, so that's good.
Sir, I try to bring the best gaming takes I can. Sometimes works, sometimes no, but I try my best, sir.
What you don't know is that we're actually going to spawn off, and the next business part of Side Scrollers is a bunch of convenience stores, and you're going to manage those.
Yes, sir. Please come to my shop. Thank you. Come again.
Mercenary also says over on YouTube, says, AI Bubble Burst is coming in either February or summer. Mark my words. Thank you, Mercenary. We're marking him. Victus Omega says, with the $20 super chat, says, Samus being trans actually goes back a while. You're talking about the Metroid artist right here, which I'm not going to even try to announce. It says, made a mention of her being new half, which is now considered a slur for trans in the West, ironically, lol, back in the Super Metroid era, supposedly. Thank you. And Uncle says, K fired for Canadianism. Fair, to be honest. Rip Bozo.
That's my one weakness is that I'm Canadian.
We're working on converting you over here.
Thank you.
You know what we need to do one day? Just have you come in, like maybe on July 4th, and you're dressed as fucking Uncle Sam. You got.
I already have American leggings, and I've got some American jerseys. I have a lot of American apparel at home.
It's good.
I do love
We
that
have a lot
stuff.
of American. That's a brand, American Apparel.
Well,
by the
no,
way.
not American Apparel, the brand. I'm talking like America
I
celebrating
understand.
free speech.
I
Let's
understand.
go.
All right, if you guys are tuning in for the first time, thank you very much. Glad you're with us. Glad you found us wherever you're watching. Make sure you hit the follow or subscribe button, depending on the platform that you're watching on. This is the #1 video game and entertainment podcast on planet Earth, and we're glad to be doing hardcore video game journalism today.
That's right.
Which is what you can expect from this show. Constantly, all the time, for 2 hours. Hook it to your fucking veins. Speaking of hardcore video game journalism, did you see the shocking news, actually, that a very prominent developer in the fighting game community has left, as Tekken's Harada is leaving Bandai Namco after 30 freaking years. This is a big deal, guys.
He is
huge.
Tekken.
Yes.
He is quite literally Tekken.
Yes, literally from the start. He posted over on social media that the loss of a close friend in his personal life and the retirement or death of senior colleagues has caused him to reflect on time left as a creator. He is the quote-unquote This is after advice from Ken Kutaragi, the father of PlayStation, supported Harada making the decision. And Harada failed to reveal what he plans to do next and says, but he did not say he was retiring. He's just stepping away. So big loss for Tekken right there. I mean, he is Tekken.
Not only is he Tekken, it's such a big loss for the fighting game community, for video games in general. And for those of you who don't have context on what might have influenced this decision, you see him talking about some personal stuff there. Well, the creator of Dead or Alive, Itagaki, actually passed away very recently. And an interesting story about them is that they actually knew each other when they were younger, and they were rivals. So like there was always this rivalry between Dead or Alive and Tekken, and they would always just try to and like a good friendly competition, the kind of competition you want with a brother, where you respect them and you're just going back and forth and you're just trying to outdo the other person. And yeah, Itagaki passed very recently, and I feel like Harada took that extremely hard. And so I don't know if that completely influenced the decision, but I imagine that makes you question your mortality and maybe think about stepping away for a bit. So I'm very sad to see Harada step away. I hope that he does eventually come back in some capacity. But I understand, because I took Itagaki's death very bad. Like I was very upset over it, and I can't imagine him, who's known him his whole life, how he must have felt as well. So it's all unfortunate that we're starting to see a lot of our veterans go away.
Yeah, there's a lot of rock stars in the video game industry, which we will be saying au revoir to sooner than later. And I think the biggest one, when you say like, he is Tekken, obviously I always go back to Shigeru Miyamoto when he goes, and he's like 80, 78, something like that. He's lived a very long, very full life. But when Shigeru Miyamoto goes, that will be the biggest crisis for Nintendo, and honestly for video games as a whole.
I can't even fathom that. That's how insane it is.
Yeah, it's crazy. And look, this is the reality. We see this with folks from pop culture. We see this from wrestlers. We see this from all sorts of people in society. We see this from content creators. Hell, right. Billy from the Game Chasers passed on not too long ago. You know, that was fucking, you want to talk about something like really thinking about your life. We're the same age. Same age, and like, holy shit, you know, which I think really speaks to the idea of like, what are we doing? Are we doing it with purpose? You know, and it really kind of drives home that idea. So yeah, it like really sends home the idea of your mortality and the importance of more things that you're doing on a day-to-day basis. And I've always said, for me, my family is the most important, and I know it's the same for many of you who tune in on a day-to-day basis, and we're a nice little sidebar that you guys can hang out with on a day-to-day basis, and we got this great community. It's awesome. But at the end of the day, like, look, you want to be there for your wife, your kids, your parents, your grandparents, whatever, and that is way more important than whatever work you're doing at your office, the mail you're delivering, the whatever job that you have. At the end of the day, you would stop all of that to be around your family, right? Because the most precious currency we have is time, and so yeah, it's I think most people, if anybody is not on board with him stepping away after giving 30 years of his life for your entertainment, they can go fuck right off. Like, you got to question yourself, and you got to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, hey, am I actually a not bad person? Because if you are butthurt about Harada retiring or at least moving on from Tekken, I mean this in the most sincere way. Get fucked, idiot. You fucking clown. That's all. So, yeah.
Well, Harada, if you decide to come back, I will be more than happy to keep playing your games. I love the work that you've done, and I thought the newest Tekken was a great time. So let's hope. But, people have to step away, as you said. And
I hope his new project is Meccan.
Yes. Yeah. Or like Shaken. And it's just like a game where you shake things on the Wii or something like it. It's spelled the same way. Shaken. Yeah. All right. Charles says, today is my birthday.
Ooh.
And yesterday was the 2-year anniversary of her death.
Well, that's great. That's my birthday too. So happy birthday. And I'm sorry whoever died. Who died? Well, sorry for your loss, but a lot big, ups for my gain of my birthday.
Gonna slowly pivot from that. Ian came into the 5, says, Bubble likely pops in the next year. Can't wait. I want to buy up cheap data center GPUs for my home AIs. Also dash the hopes of the buzzword crowds. Thank you, Ian. Good luck with that. Charles also says nothing. With the $1.99, just threw it right on the table and just walked the fuck out. What a
That's the way to do it. What a Chad.
Then he also came out. He says the death of my mom anniversary was yesterday.
sorry.
Oh shit, man, that sucks.
I'm so sorry.
That sucks.
I got a few here.
Yes, please.
Reese Kane for $2. Processing. It's okay, Kay. We're sorry too for pointing it out. Thank you, Reese. Sorry, eh? Sandra Stiller for $5. Speaking of guns, Craig, I just finished me build. 9mm on an AR platform. It's fine to be jealous.
Interesting. Wow. Okay. Good luck with that.
All right. Jewish A as fuck. I keep just reading it literally. It's Jewish as fuck for $1. I find the criticism of 4 to be so loud only because the Metroid franchise used to be phenomenal, groundbreaking, innovative, and a gold standard NVIDIA.
That's right.
He continues. For another $1, thank you. To go from everything it used to make us feel to some Breath of the Wild / 343 Halo sloppa. That sometimes a Metroid game seems insulting. The Ship of Theseus has struck again. 7.5 out of 10. Freedom Fries came in for 20.
Ooh, thank you. That's awesome.
For the collection plate, Padre.
Let's go.
Thank you so much. And I've got one more here. Mercenary for $1. Don't forget that Blabs is a clone, because remember, during the game show portion, she got killed during Side Scroller's game show.
That is a good point.
I don't know what you're talking about.
She died in Nerd Duel. She was fatality'd.
Oh, listen. This has been well established a long time ago, but we don't talk about that. All right, let's go and move on. Guys, thank you again for your support today, allowing us to do this on a day-to-day basis through your Rumble Rants, Super Chats, direct donations, and most importantly, memberships over at Side Scrollers Plus. One final one real quick before we move on from Commodore fans is, I've been seeing a lot of tubers push new Atari console / handhelds that are just releases of old games again. Y'all's thoughts cool or cash grab? There's a market for it. Atari makes tens of millions of dollars every year based off of releasing shit they haven't done. And they haven't made. It's just so there's a huge market for it.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So is it a cash grab? Yeah. Is it innovation? No. Is it cool? If you're a part of that demo, I'm not. So, but at the same time, I'm the fucking idiot who runs out and buys the Nintendo Mini or whatever.
I bought those. Yeah, I know. I felt silly doing it, but I did.
Uncle says Harada on a spirit journey to New Zack Island.
Perfectly put. And if I can do one last one
Yes.
here. Cataclystia for $10. Sorry this is so late. I just got home from work. I would hard drop Yakuza in favor of Rogue Galaxy, especially as I started replaying it this past weekend.
That's because you're not a gamer.
That's right, Calista. I'm sorry to break the news to you, but her list was perfect. And while I understand your quandary that you're going through right now, and it's recency bias clearly in your selections. So thank you. S plus tier list right there.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I would agree.
Thank you.
All right, let's go ahead and stop down for a minute and talk about the big event this weekend. No, not Queen of the Wii, which was a spectacular event.
It was. It
We
really
went
was.
head to head with the Streamer Awards, which I didn't know was happening at the exact same time. And honestly, wouldn't have changed a damn thing, whether it was starting or not. But we had Queen of the Wii happening, but also the Streamer Awards happen. Now, the Streamer Awards were, it's just a big circle jerk. I think we all understand that. The idea of that a bunch of streamers getting together, putting their hand out and just jerking each other off and saying, you're the best. No, you're the best. No, you're the best. No, I'm the best. It was put on by QT Cinderella, and we've talked about what did you giggle at?
I'm just demanding that if there was ever a circle jerk, that I demand to be the best. I need it to be sent to my face as you're doing it.
No, you're the best.
Yeah, you're the best.
Phoenix, you're the best. Phoenix. But QT Cinderella, she's been we've talked about her a few times on the show recently. And she is also the person that is behind the Streamer Awards. But as it would turn out, QT Cinderella actually says that she would be a happier person if she never actually began streaming, which is a weird thing to create an entire award show around. But hey, whatever. She said she would be a happier person if she never began streaming. The biggest thing I wish I could do, if I went back and was able to whisper in my ear, I would say, don't do it.
Well, you can right now.
I think that's the thing about this, which I truly just don't understand. Is like anytime, right now, she's made a ton of money being a streamer.
Yes.
The word is that she invested $1 million into the streamer awards, which, by the way, fucking A. I love that you took the initiative and made this happen. But you can't make all that money and be like, I wish I never would have done that.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I guess you technically could, and then you just never turn the camera back on again.
The end.
And
You're
you
happy,
say, I'm done.
That's it.
So I don't have a whole lot of sympathy for her, in this situation. Like, I think it's great that she went out and took a risk, became a streamer, was massively successful. But you're doing this alternate reality thing where, hey, I could have been this, whatever. It's not good to do that, and that's silly. Anyway, so let's talk about the streamer awards for a second. A little bit of controversy over the weekend at the streamer awards. One of their awards was the best VTuber, which, we have a lot of VTubers on our show. A lot of friends, which honestly, we didn't anticipate that when we started the show. But hey, got a lot of base friends in the VTubing space, and they come on the show. It's great. But they have a best VTubing category. And I don't know who this person is, but Phoenix, I don't know if you've seen this clip or not, but I would love to see if you think that this host is giving it her best as she presents the best VTuber category.
Hey guys, I'm super excited to present this next award. Uwu. The 5 VTubers in this category worked hard at mastering peak kawaii and ara aura farming.
Oh.
Here are the nominees for best VTuber.
I got like Miles whiplash from that. That was like really something. What?
That was, I'm going to tell you this right now. That clip was 20 seconds long. If we had a presenter at the Real Game Awards, came on stage and did that, number one, they wouldn't finish the sentence. I would drop kick their ass. I would RKO them straight to fucking oblivion before they got there. You want to talk about like mailing it in?
Yeah.
That was the equivalent. That was the most mail in ever, right? And so people were upset about the VTuber category. I whatever. That's a VTuber thing. If the VTubers want to be upset that
they were upset about who won
the
nominees.
peanut guy or something, some peanut guy. I don't really know. Apparently he's a pretty big VTuber, but they were pretty upset about that. But there were a lot of streamers who were there. One of them being Hasan.
Ooh,
yeah, he's been a topic on the show several times. Hasan did want to point out that he wore a very interesting outfit at the Streamer Awards, pointing out that he is at a very Chinese point in his life here, straight up looking like a dictator. I've never.
What the hell?
There it is, right there. Thoughts on his attire, there, Phoenix.
I hate him so. I just hate him so much. I hate everything about. Listen, man, move to China. Like it's just like you regret the streaming thing. Great, you don't need to do that. You love China so much. Please move to China. You can be their problem or their gain, whatever. I don't like him, Craig, at all. I'm sorry.
I know that you're not alone in that sentiment, and I appreciate that. Now, neither does Tyler Oliveira. If you recall, Tyler did the video about the Indians and the shit festival that they have. That was a fun little conversation, and he trolled everybody saying he wasn't going to release it, and then he's like, fuck everybody, and released it. Tyler apparently is pretty base dude. Came out with this tweet. It says, shut your bitch ass up and move to China. You can electrocute your dog without scrutiny and can stream your communism slop on Chinese TikTok. Based.
Yeah.
Very based.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, that is 94,000 likes on it over on X. So good on Tyler Oliveira. Pretty spectacular right there. Speaking of the shock collar gate, which once again never banned, never in trouble for that once. As a matter of fact, it's almost as if it's a joke at this point. As you'll see at the Streamer Awards, it was quite funny to see as QT Cinderella on stage here delivered this line during her monologue.
Stay seated as much as possible. Hasan, if you see Sea Dog get up, you can use your remote.
I don't know. That's good in a way. That was funny, but it's just their tone is so weird. I don't know.
Here's my issue with it. Is for the longest time they said it didn't happen.
Yeah.
They said
that's a good point.
Right?
Yeah.
And this has really ratioed this right here. It says, we all know this guy shocks his dog and forces him to be a prop on stream, and we're going to joke about it and invite him anyways. Right?
Yeah. It's because, like, I like at award shows when they make fun of it. You know, I think of that famous one from the Oscars or whatever. So I was like, okay, that's a good delivery. But when you really sit and think about it, you're like, well, how long did all these people know this was happening? And they just didn't care. And now, because it's so exposed that they have no other recourse, they have to acknowledge it. Now they're bringing it up. So,
yeah. Actual Justice Warrior says it's funny because he accidentally confirmed he was abusing his dog before this, and now they all pretend like they're in on the joke when they're in and covering it up. Right?
Yeah.
And Archcast is a quick and easy reminder that these people have very different morals to you. To most people, shocking your dog is a heinous act. To these people, it's a joke.
Yeah.
So there we go. Yeah. It's all fun and games here. All fun and games. Now, there is a little bit more here, and not all the jokes landed like that one, Kay. As unfortunately, in a world of body positivity, QT Cinderella in a little bit of hot water for fat shaming.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Listen to this sweet, sweet joke here as she's makes a little jab at Queso. And will she be canceled for this joke?
I want to congratulate Kai for reaching over 1 million subs. Incredible. He just barely beat out Queso, who could only eat 900,000 subs.
See, it's funny because he's fat and he eats. Which, by the way, I have no problem with fat shaming jokes, just to be
No.
clear. But
That's my thing with the other joke, too. I'm like, I don't really have a problem with people making jokes about things people do wrong or making fun of people. But
Right.
it's the tone. It's the background of it.
for me, it's the ivory tower that you've created.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
You would scold people for making that joke. And you would say, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't say that about people. You're fat. It's body positivity.
Yeah.
Queso's perfect in his own body. Unless he wants to be a female, then he has to change it. But they would get upset about the situation. Once again, hey, you want to make that joke? Fucking hey. I love it. Yo, you make your fucking jokes. You laugh about fat people. Cool, that's awesome. But don't get mad when somebody makes that joke next time. That's all.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. All right, let's see. We got the little bit about VTubers down here. Oh yeah, here just a quick side note about the VTuber thing. This was people were upset about it, and Iron Mouse, who's kind of like the top VTuber, she came out and she doesn't really understand the hate around this. Iron Mouse defended Burnt Peanut after they won. I guess he won the VTuber of the year, and this is what Burnt Peanut looks like.
It kind of has a lovable face. Look at that. That's kind of great.
What a setup, man. What a setup, huh?
Yeah.
Tell you what, we're just all going to transition to VTubers over here. It's so like we don't have to put on makeup or worry about how we look on a day-to-day basis. God, VTubers, I envy all of you.
Yeah.
There will be a day.
VTubers are great. I love them.
Yes. All right. So there you go. There's your streamer awards setup. Just saying, we got the Real Game Awards coming up. The Real Streamer Awards. Just saying. Just saying. All right. God, let's go and move on. But first, a little bit of support. We had DB Wild came in with 5. Says locals feels left out of super chats. Reads been dropping what I see to Craig's DMs. DB Wild, thank you.
On my end, I only saw the Freedom Fries one that we read earlier. So I'm not sure if you see anything else on your end, Craig, or anyone else, but that's what I saw on my end.
Let me look at my DMs to see if there's any there. I do see this, though. Hayden Wayne came in with the $50 super chat. Thank you so much, Hayden. Why don't you read that out nice and loud for everybody while I find some boobs to show Hayden.
Let's do it. A bunch of idiots that hold VTubers in such contempt. They hate that VTubers are authentic and silly. If you listen to the announcement in reaction to HoloLive announced alone of the company awards, it shows who those people are. They don't matter. Thank you so much, Hayden.
That matters. Thank you, Hayden, for that. Appreciate that. I know Hayden actually introduced us to a lot of the VTubers. Hayden, you don't realize this, Hayden. You played a big role in Side Scrollers and bringing in a lot of new friends and guests to our show. So thank you for that. Appreciate that. Hayden also came in and says, inauthentic normie pricks. Their tone is weird because none of them are real. The only reason they even made the Hasan joke was because it couldn't be ignored. I can't stand with about 90% of these people that were involved in that show. Oh, listen, Hayden, we agree. We agree 100%. I'm not with anything that's being thrown down there, but thank you very much for your wonderful support.
And I got a few here. Mercenary for $1. The streamer rewards show was so bad. When I saw Reb's video of it, I thought world's biggest car crash, train derailment, airplane falling down on them with a nuclear bomb.
Wow.
That's quite a picture. Thunderstiller for $5. Damn, Craig, you do a pretty good Porky Pig. You're the best. No, you. That's all, folks.
Thank you, Thunderstiller. Appreciate that. I'm not good at talking.
Neither am I, don't worry. And one more, Soul Silver 14 for $5. I felt the VTuber awards were nothing more than an insult to VTuber fans, and the Peanut Guy went along with it because he is not a fan of VTuber culture. I didn't have that context. High school bully mentality right there.
Thanks, Soul Silver. Tenarian came in with 10 over on locals. Thanks, DB Wild, for sending this our way. He says, the whole gimmick with Samus is, ta-da, I'm actually a girl. Now they're saying she was a guy the whole time. That is why these people are regressive and not progressive. So, thank you, Tenarian. Appreciate that. Any direct donations, by the way, I don't have Streamlabs pulled up. I can't pull it up right now. So we'll make sure we read those tomorrow when I'm back at my normal setup.
We've all got our regular setups.
Yes, it's good.
Thank you, guys.
All right, let's go and move on and talk about this absolute embarrassment that happened for Xbox. This is honestly kind of sad.
Okay.
Kind of sad. We know Xbox is in a tough spot right now. They've shifted their goalposts many times. This is an Xbox. No, this is an Xbox. Everything's an Xbox. Everybody can play all the time, constantly right now. Well, Xbox, it just seems like they're trying to get out of the console market, where there's been a lot of reports that they are actually going deeper into the console market. Well, things are not looking good, as according to VideoGameChronicle.com, Xbox was outsold over on Black Friday by a little-known Kinect style console right here. The Next Playground crashed the Black Friday hardware chart in the United States. So the Xbox hardware was outsold by this on Black Friday on the US, coming in 4th place. So
Are you serious?
That's what we got going on over here.
This was the one thing in the news. I was like, just tell me on stream. And I'm like, what? That's actually, what?
So here we are.
Have you even heard of that device?
No.
I've never heard of this thing
heard
before.
of it ever.
Yes. So we had this right here. This is in the U.S. PlayStation 5 accounted for 47% of total Black Friday week hardware unit sales. Switch was in second for 24%. And the Next Playground, which I've never heard of ever, had 14% right here.
Yeah, that's
I don't even know
amazing.
what that is.
Yeah, so the thing that no one's heard about actually beat Xbox. That's all you have to take from that.
Yes, exactly. It says Next Playground is an Android-powered console launched in 2023.
Wow.
Which features a motion camera similar to Microsoft's Kinect. Remember that? The console features family-friendly genres such as Fruit Ninja, retails for $250, but is regularly discounted to $200. The Playground has been quietly growing in popularity in the U.S. markets and even briefly outsold PlayStation 5 in the week before Black Friday, right here. I am amazed by that. And it's not so much I'm amazed by the console that outsold it.
Yeah.
It's more of a statement of Xbox than it is the other console itself. So, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
When Xbox, who used to be so relevant in the gaming space, really added so many incredible franchises. I know, Kate, you're a huge, right? You've got a huge Xbox fan, and with you and James, correct?
Classic Xbox, original Xbox, 360. The actual Attitude Era of Xbox is what I cared about, but modern Xbox, not so much.
How does it feel to be outsold by a box that no one's ever heard of?
That's baffling to me. I'm honestly shocked to see them take such a harsh decline. I just always think back to the culture in the early 2000s that Xbox carved, and like to see this now where they're getting beat out by essentially a clone of their old hardware because it's a Kinect style hardware that no one has heard of. I'm just genuinely in shock. I don't even know how to react to that. I know that they're like slipping out of the hardware market, but to see that sharp of a decline is just feels like the end days for Xbox to me.
Well, good on this other console here, Next Playground, for finding a little market, finding a super niche market. And honestly, when I was reading that and thinking about the motion controls and stuff, you know what the first thing that came to mind and I know you're going to think you're going to, this will hit you close to home here, is the Amico.
Yeah.
Because the Amico, Tommy Tallarico's Amico, the way it was sold to me was the idea that it was supposed to hit this very niche market of like nursing homes and like daycare centers and stuff. At least that's the way it was explained to me. And this sounds like something that, you know, was built on the kind of Switch idea, the Nintendo Switch idea, while adding the Kinect camera and such. Something that you could see kids playing with, like little itty bitty kids. It's games like Fruit Ninja. Yeah. You know, when you go to the arcade, you see everybody doing the motion stuff. You can do that at your house now.
Yeah,
So-
it's the idea of we're not trying to take over the gaming landscape. We're just trying to fulfill the needs of this small little group of family, maybe not necessarily like your typical hardcore gamers. So it fills that little niche of families getting together and enjoying some games together without having to figure out what 10 buttons, how to play a game and stuff like that. So hey, props to them.
Apparently, it works off of a subscription service as well. So
Interesting.
Hell, man, that's crazy. We got to do a little more research on Next Playground.
I'm very intrigued by it. This is great
Could be a
marketing
fun
for
event.
them.
Yes. What's that?
Could be a fun event.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We need to go out and pick one up. That'd be really fun. Good on them. And listen, as the number
winner
one video
gets an
game
Xbox,
podcast,
by the way.
What's that?
The winner gets an Xbox.
It'll be on steep discount.
Yeah.
Hey, as the number one video game podcast in the world, we will definitely do some deep diving on this and do a little bit of research. So. All right. Listen, there's a lot of craziness happening in the world, and I think it's really important to stop down and celebrate big wins. Big wins. And I saw this and thought, wow, there's not a bigger win than this. Phoenix, when I say Philadelphia, what statue do you think of?
Oh, I thought you were going to say what comes to mind. I was going to think AIDS. I would think Rocky Balboa.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Rocky Balboa, it's a big statue there.
Stallion, yep.
It is iconic.
Yes.
Right? You know, there are other statues around the world that you think of when you think of the cities. Well, now Detroit has one of its own. And I cannot be more excited to share with you that Detroit now has an 11-foot tall statue of Robocop.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, wow.
Let's stinking go. It is. You can see the project's been in the works. It is being installed right here. I love everything about this. Look at this fucking beast of a statue right here.
That looks glorious.
I feel like maybe we need to go see this statue.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, oh yeah, that is badass right here. I love it. I love that this was made. You know what the irony of all this is? Is that while the story takes place in Detroit, it was actually filmed in Dallas.
Yeah, in Dallas.
Yeah. So, hey, give it up for Detroit for finally doing something. I'm sure it's going to be tagged up and removed here soon because he's a colonizer or something like that.
Oh, God. No, but look at the detail on that statue. That's incredible, truly. And I think it was since 2011. That's like 14 years worth of work on this thing. And you can tell looking at it.
I'm noticing he doesn't have his gun. I think his gun is not even, I don't think he even has a holster. Right?
Oh, that's
Is he just even, what is he, giving a handshake?
He's telling everybody how great everybody is.
He's so cool. He doesn't even need his gun.
Stand back. Listen, that's one of the most iconic scenes is him shooting that guy in the dick.
Yeah.
Right? Like, by the way, have you seen, this is one of my favorite clips on the internet ever. Have you seen there was a fan project several years ago, like I'm talking mid 2000s, where they took RoboCop and they reshot it with fan stuff. And there's a scene in it where that's shot where the girl's going to get raped, and where he shoots the dick, but a fan reshot it, and it looks fucking beautiful. But what happens is, you know what? Actually, I want to hold off on this. Okay. I feel like this is what we're going to do. Michael, have you seen this clip before?
I have not.
Can we show dicks on Rumble? No. Okay. Can we show it on Plus?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I think Michael just doesn't want to see a dick today.
Well, they're not real dicks, right?
I say yes.
But what happens, let me just kind of tell you what happens is he shoots the one guy in the dick and it blows off, right? Then all of a sudden, like 40 or 50 guys just come out and they all have their pants off and they all got big old floppy dicks hanging around and they're all like, yeah, like they're all gonna like go after this lady, and then Robocop just goes around shooting everybody's dick off. And there are all these guys who are like, oh my God, getting their dick shot off. It's so fucking funny. I think you can find it on Vimeo somewhere.
Okay.
I would love to get your reaction. It's legitimately one of my favorite things I've ever seen on the internet. It's truly spectacular.
That's amazing.
Yes, it is. It is. So anyways, good on Detroit for getting dick blowing off Robocop a statue right there. A true wonderful icon of American pop culture. By the way, watched Robocop 2, made it about halfway through Robocop 3. Robocop 1 is definitely the best of the Robocop.
Oh, sure.
For sure. You ever seen Robocop?
I've seen the first one,
Yeah.
I love it.
Didn't really dig into the Robocop 2 or 3?
No, James was the one that showed me Robocop like 5 years ago, something at this point. So, yeah, I don't know. Just never felt the need to
2
go further.
became more comical, if I remember right. It's been a million years.
A little
since
more
I've seen it.
loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
Got a little more loosey-goosey, less Jesus-y.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, for sure. All right, let's go on to our next story. First, though, we have RBS Bentley. Says, this message has no connection to the conversation. Just wanted to give a quick go dogs and say, suck it, Bama.
Go dogs.
Thanks, Bentley guy. Appreciate you, my dude.
All right. And I've got Real McLeod 2486 for $2. Real traveling tends to make you way more base than going to different cities that are all the same. Thank you. Aramis came in. Same thing with Direct Donos. Don't think I've seen mine read. Craig, we'll get to that tomorrow? Tomorrow. There we go. Thank you, Aramis.
Yes, Aramis. Appreciate your support, my dude. We literally can't do this without y'all support.
That's my Canadian coming out again. Sorry. It was the Aramis. Aramis?
It could be both.
Aramis.
Yeah.
Aramis.
Yes.
And Mercenary for $1. If only the Robocop statue could come to life. If only. I'd buy that for $1.
All right, let's go to our last story of the day. And this is something you really wanted to talk about, Master Gamer K.
Yeah, we can talk about it. Let's do it.
Sounds good. This has to do with Dana White and piracy.
Yes, so Dana White went on to talk about how, like, with UFC, how a lot of people pirate it. And he admitted that he was involved in shutting down a piracy site. So you could see at the bottom of this article, if you scroll all the way down for me, very good. Should see it. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So Dana White was talking about the only way that, in his view, to counter piracy is to actually just like crack down on it and go after them. To which the website StreamEast said to him, "Come and get it, then, Dana."
Let's see what Dana White had to say really quick.
Your partner Turkey Al Sheikh said today that he wants to make boxing pay-per-views like $20. He thinks that's a good way to combat piracy. I'm not asking you to change your pay-per-view price, but as someone who knows the numbers, is that a valid way to combat piracy, or do you think you need to focus on punishing after the fact?
Trust me, we know exactly how to combat piracy. I won't tell you extensively what we do every event, but we go after piracy hard. And you saw a few years ago, we started prosecuting people. That's how you combat piracy. Start fucking prosecuting people for stealing. There you go.
And again, StreamEast said, "Come and get it, then, Dana." And sadly, Dana did, and he got them shut down. So, for me, I believe in preservation, and And so I get his angle because, of course, he's putting in all this production value to make UFC. And he's having all these people just go and stream his events that he's working on for ages. But at the end of the day, for me, I think the actual solution to piracy is to actually create a convenient and good product, and then people who want to support that will. And I think you can never fully crack down on piracy. So I just thought it was interesting discussion because I do like Dana White and I like his delivery with things in general. And I do believe that businesses should be able to have ownership over their own product and be able to get that money. But then I'm also on the side of like preservation and being able to have that stuff somewhere, and like the fact that you can never completely shut down piracy, so there's no point in getting so aggressive towards it.
I have very mixed feelings. Go ahead, Phoenix. What were you gonna say?
I just had a question, but what about this requires preservation?
Yeah, that's my question.
No, I'm just saying in general, because he's talking about piracy. Now, for UFC, maybe that makes more sense. I always think in a video game sense, because that's where the piracy argument tends to come into my life. And so for me, piracy is more than just piracy. It's a lot more of a nuanced conversation. UFC, I'm not a UFC person, so I don't know how well they are at archiving. But the idea that the only way to fight piracy is by cracking down on it, in my opinion, is just a little bit shallow, because the best way to do it is to provide an easy access, convenient way and a good cost for your product. And then people tend to support that if it's very easy, accessible, and affordable to them. You won't have the vast majority actually seek out piracy unless it becomes more complicated for them to actually reach that product. So that's kind of where I come from. Piracy is not just preservation, but it is a big part of it. So.
Yeah, it's an interesting conversation. There's multiple layers to this thing, right? When it comes to, look, we put a lot of time, effort, and thought into our different events that we do on a day-to-day basis, and I think that the value that we provide hopefully far exceeds the monetary ask that we have on a month-to-month basis when it comes to Plus, right? We ask $10 a month, right? But we also provide discounts, so oftentimes it gets down to as little as $5 a month. Over on Side Scrollers Plus, we had the discount code, and it would be there's from a content perspective, from a pay-per-view perspective, we try to bundle it all into one big ask, right? Our ask is the annual membership over on Plus that gets you everything all in one package. It also gets you, Rumble Premium. It gets access to all of our extra stuff that we do, Real Game Awards. We think there's tremendous value there. And that's the one thing that I've consistently said over and over again. Now, I'll say this. From a game perspective, I've gone through this personally when we developed out the original Angry Video Game Nerd Adventures, right? James Rolfe entrusted us to work as more or less the publisher for that. We served as developer and publisher primarily. It was developed by a company called Freak Zone Games, and we oversaw that and helped release it and funded it and all that stuff. And when that game was released, we had a way to track the pirated copies versus the sold copies of that game. And we think we provided pretty good value in that game. I think we sold it for $15 at the time. And we saw that of the 100% of people that were playing the game, only 10% of the people bought the game. So 90% of the people who were playing the game pirated it. Wow. That fucking sucks.
That's painful, yeah.
Yeah, that fucking sucks, right? So I get it, right? And the idea of preservation, okay, I get it. The idea of well, there's an opportunity and I just don't want to pay for it. I get it. Yeah. We've all been there, right? Listen, I've been on the seas many times, right? I get it. And I've always felt, a little guilty because I understand. There's this thing where a company gets past a point to where they're no longer seen as little. They're the big guys, and it's okay to steal from the big guys. You know what I mean? So it's interesting though to see them. I think the biggest thing is them calling them out and saying like, "Yo, come and get this shit."
And then Dana just instantly like, bam.
Right. He's like, "All right, fuck you, I got it."
Yeah.
I'm curious, Michael. Do you guys have any issues with piracy over like here or like I don't know anybody stealing content or anything like that?
I mean, yeah, we see it.
Oh wow, okay. He says
Wow.
they have an entire team dedicated to people going after it. That's crazy. So
I'm just always curious about the people that are pro piracy, how they would feel if someone how someone feels about that content that you own, that they get to dictate how it's used or not, like that you don't have ownership of it. I, for some reason, who paid no money, invested nothing, built nothing, came up with nothing, suddenly feels the right that I can own and dictate how you outsource that product. That's always been weird to me. As, by the way, as someone who did make a game and it was pirated, and I was totally okay with that. But I'm just curious to see if other people, because I guarantee you the answer is no. That if I said, hey, that thing you own, you should do this, they'd tell me to go fuck myself. I would hope that they're just universally open with, yeah, you have total, you can absolutely dictate what I own. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
I bet you're not going to see that.
No.
No, it's an interesting discussion, like I said. And I think there are always going to be those people that pirate for the sake of pirating and they just want everything for free. And that's going to be a small portion. And then you're going to have the people, again, on the preservation side. But to me, it's less about them worrying about who owns what and more just, I want access to this thing. And so if you make it super simple and super effective and cost effective, people will tend to support you. And sometimes people will pirate, realize how great your product is and how great you are, and then they will in turn go and actually purchase that product. So yeah, you can never fully crack down on this, but I think it's a layered issue. I don't think it's as simple as people saying, oh, you made that, I don't care, I'm just going to take it from you. I think there's a lot more to it.
This is an interesting take here. It says, Equestium says, when a company takes its audience for granted and starts putting profits over service, they deserve to have their products pirated.
Disagree.
Yeah, I think that's an
You didn't make
take.
it. They made it. They have full say over what they made.
Well, and that's very subjective. The idea that when an audience or when a company takes its audience for granted, right? Who says that they're taking it for granted? That's
And who cares if they are, though?
Right. I mean, they are a company. Their
You
job
don't
is
dictate how I parent my kid. I don't care what your opinion of how I manage my kid is. It's my kid. You don't get say.
Right.
Period. That's just how I would look at it.
I hear that. I hear that. This is a great discussion. I love it, and I think, man, we should totally do like a roundtable of pro piracy versus anti piracy.
Yeah.
That'd be really interesting.
And I'm with Kay 100%. I think it is such a shame. What I hate. Listen, I hate greed. I wish we could eliminate that whole word from everything. Because then, listen, we would have preservation. I'm all for preservation.
It's preservation, it's access, because like in the gaming world, at least, you're talking about like companies that refuse, they lock up their products or they like digitally alter them and then they don't make the old version available, or like there's just a lot of issues with access and companies gatekeeping their products that they've already released. So I just think there's a lot more to it, and people just tend to take it as like, oh, you just don't want to pay anything, you just want to steal everything. It's like, no, there's a lot of reasons why. And there's the case of like emulation as well, where maybe you want to make sure that that product actually functions well, and that's where the modding community and all that stuff comes in. So especially in gaming, it's a layered issue. When it comes to streaming services, things getting locked behind certain countries and certain streaming services then also become a problem.
Sure.
We see it a lot with wrestling, where wrestling has how much of their catalog that's like near impossible to access properly.
Yeah, it's a licensing thing.
So that's where it becomes a thing of you want access to your media.
Right.
It doesn't necessarily always mean theft.
Man, that would be a heated conversation.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it'd be an excellent conversation with the right people.
Nathan says, well, let's start here. Let's start at the top, because you guys have a lot to say about this. So let's get to what you guys have to say about it. Commodore fan says, first he says, thoughts on the Robocop TV series and Prime directives. Not interested in the Robocop.
They're making another one?
I don't know if they're making a
okay.
TV series. I don't know. I know the old one, but yeah, it's campy. Commodore fan says, sports are getting too expensive in the U.S. Split between so many services, it's driving more people to piracy. Cost to users needs to go down.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. Mercenary says, I don't feel guilty about piracy at all. It's the only way in some cases to actually get access to something that some people have gone out of their way to prevent people from allowing to play. Nathan, says people are already lying about the Warner Brothers Netflix acquisition. One guy was shared a badly edited pic of the water tower with the Netflix app. It's funny.
No.
Yeah, there's more to that story, by the way. It says, and on the topic of piracy, the only time I ever pirated a game was when I lost my Steam account, and I only ever pirated games I had already owned until I could rebuy them legitimately. Thank you, Nathan.
And I've got a few here as well. Reese Kane for $2. Oh, there we go. The Robocop clip, Fatal Farm, is probably some of the best editing I've ever seen. And if you were to show any of it now, people would swear straight up and down that it was AI. We've got Aramis for $2. It's okay, Kay. I've learned people call me in 12 ways on stream. You can call me however you want. Oh, Queen of Retro Gaming, thank you. And Phoenix calls me Big Daddy.
Thank you, Big Daddy.
Oh my God. And Nintendo Shell just slapped down a 20.
Let's go.
And that's how he slapped it down. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you very much. Appreciate that greatly. I have that scene up, by the way.
Oh, you talking about the dick shots?
Yeah. It is.
Are you just going to show it to us person we can giggle?
I think
no one
so.
else can see
I
it?
think so. But first, Mercenary says, this goes to preservation, where you have some video games or movies that you cannot get a hard copy of anymore because someone went out of their way to dispose of old media at any cost, just because. See, the idea of like the preservation side of this, when it comes to specifically this UFC story, for me, that doesn't add up here because
I think that's valid to say.
They're definitely that. Number one, they're streaming it, so it's out there. Number two, they are 100%. This is not like the 1920s where they're storing it on film that is going to degrade over time or catch fire. Right? It's on some sort of digital ecosystem that is going to be there regardless.
I just think you're thinking too hard. You either believe in a law or you don't. You could make the same argument. Well, look, I'm hungry and I'm poor, so I can steal bread.
Right.
Well, then you don't have a society because then it's just like, well, okay, so you just have anarchy. So you either it's black and white. You either believe in this or you don't. And then I think the better idea is to try and find some other way, another solve potentially of preservation or whatever.
I'm just seeing huge roundtable here, and with people that really have experience with this, just being an excellent conversation. Phoenix, you have so many good points. I think you'd be great in that conversation. I've got two more here. One of them is not working on StreamYard. Sorry, guys, I'm on a different setup today. The Video Game 25 came in for $5 over on Locals, $5.50 here. Piracy is as old as time. You can't eliminate it. Only appropriate reaction is to ensure you provide better value via legit channels. Like Lord Gaben said, and yes, this is the quote I think about all the time too, piracy is a service problem. Provide a better service and people will pay for it. Letting people try stuff before they buy, own what they buy, and making buying easy goes a long way. I am 150% with you.
It's not yours to dictate.
And Game Hunter Serious for $2. I bought Blaz Blue Continuum Shift last night. A friend and I are going after a platinum for PS Vita.
Go get
Let's
it.
go.
All right. I'll tell you what. You know what we'll do?
Mm-hmm.
Let's record this for Plus.
Okay.
We'll do that for Plus so we can actually record it and just get the actual reaction to it. All right. Mercenary also says, these same people basically are the same mindset as a Marxist ? But I always see it as for more insidious as forms of control against major populations. Thank you, Mercenary. All right, guys, great place to wrap up. We'll be doing more over on Side Scrollers Plus, so please become a supporter over there. Or if you want, just join. It's free to join over on Side Scrollers Plus. We are very close to becoming the one of the top brands, gaming brands over on Locals. So you join for free, make a free account, and I'll tell you, we'll post this this video for this Robocop scene for free for everybody. So make an account over there. We'll have it up later today, and it'll be fun for you guys to watch. It'll be great. So trust me, you're gonna want to see this. It's really fucking great.
I'm excited.
All right. With that said, guys, appreciate your support. Matt Dub says, I pay for my games like I pay for PR on. Also, congrats to OCP legend and accurate eggplant annihilator Robocop on his statue. Thank you, Matt Dub. We're going to get into that eggplant annihilator. Taker says, I saw this post on Facebook where this lady says, You can make comedy that is not at the expense of disabled people, trans people, etc., and non-white people. Weird to group all these things together. Interesting. Yes, it does seem like an odd thing to lump together. Trollkin says, recommend Stefan Kinsella's book, Against Intellectual Property, for a comprehensive case against patent / copyright, etc., for a non-commie, from a non-commie point of view. Thanks, Trollkin. Interesting. Check it out. All right. Great place to wrap. Guys, have a great day. Thanks to Rumble for having us out and letting us hang out and put together Queen of the Wii. If you guys haven't yet, head over to Side Scrollers Plus and become a supporter. And once again, you can sign up for free over there. Just join us, make an account, and we'll post the, it's called Our Robocop Remake Scene 27. We'll post that video a little bit later on today. Appreciate you guys popping in. Have a great rest of your day. And remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay? Safe travels home.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.